Hello and welcome. Today's review will be a bit different, as I won't be reviewing a smartphone, but a simple, one can even say a dumb phone. And this phone is also pretty old. It has been around for almost 2 years, but still the phone has a lot to offer. I have purchased this phone, Aiek M5, from AliExpress, I would say 1 year ago, and this phone is still being sold there. From time to time, I take a look around Chinese e-shops, trying to find the cheapest phone possible, and always, this phone, Aiek M5, is one of the cheapest, and most of the time the cheapest phone possible. I'll also be posting a link to one of the AliExpress sellers in the description of this video, or you can find the link at my website ChinesePho.com. This phone costs, when you buy it from this seller, only $13, which is pretty amazing for a phone. I would say that it's pretty obvious that you cannot expect much from this phone when it costs only $13. But still, the most important things can be done with this phone. You can make and receive calls, you can send and receive text messages, and you can also, if you have micro USB headphones, use the inbuilt FM radio. This phone also supports hands-free mode, which means that when you're making a call, you can hit hands-free and you're able to speak to the phone when it's further away from you, so you don't have to hold it. And the quality of this is pretty solid. I was also able to make a call using my Bluetooth headset. Isn't that amazing that a phone for $13 has Bluetooth? I would say that it's pretty amazing. And the quality of these calls were solid, like with any other phone. Text messaging can be a bit difficult. As you can probably see, the phone's display is really tiny. And when you write or read text messages, you usually can only get one row of text, and this row is pretty short, so reading text messages isn't very friendly. The phone also has a calendar and calculator. The calculator is pretty much useful, and the calendar is pretty much useless. You cannot add events or anything, you can just see what day belongs to what date, and that's everything. There are two amazing things about this phone. The first one is its size, and the second one is how long can it run on its battery. The first one, its size. It's the size of a credit card. It may be a bit thicker, but otherwise it's a credit card, which is pretty amazing. And even when we take into consideration how thin this phone is and small, the battery can last for 6.5 days. When I tested this, how long can it run, I've made a few calls, maybe 15 minutes, and I've also browsed a bit in the phone's menu to see how long can it last when you use it. So I would say 6.5 days is pretty amazing. Aiek M5 is a great backup phone, which you can just let lay around your home and use it when you need it. Maybe when your primary phone breaks down, you can use this one. You can use Aiek M5. I probably wouldn't recommend using Aiek M5 as your primary phone. Overall, I'll give this phone 10 points out of 10, because it's cheap, it works, and what can you expect for $13? It's pretty amazing. Thanks for watching and see you later, ChinesePho.com.